Do you struggle to rank up in Rocket League? Are you stuck in Diamond while your other friends flex their SSL title? Well, look no further. I have partnered up with LTX Academy as a coach, and we are ready to boost your gameplay. With multiple tournaments and trophies won and thousands of dollars earned, I will cater to your needs and make sure you get to that next level. I'm also doing discounted prices for the first 10 days, so you do not want to miss out. And you are also probably thinking,
CMOS, how do I book a session with you?
well, that's easy. Just open up that fancy browser of yours, type metafy.gg/@cmasorl_, pick a session to your liking, book a time, and bang, you're booked, and I'll see you in the call. Once again, that's metafy.gg/@cmasorl_.
Welcome everybody to the very first RLIS finals for this season. We have the shooting star tier and it's going to be Wolfhounds versus Saints. I am joined today by Jacko.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you? How are you feeling for today?
Yeah, it's looking good. So far, a bit of an interesting approach so far we can see in terms of semifinals for Wolfhounds and stuff having a sub, but yeah, it's looking to shape up to be a good final.
Yeah, hopefully so. And today we have, I believe, the full teams for each, thankfully. So do you want to kind of get us into some of the stats that have been happening over the season?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so we got Wolfhounds, managed by, of course, Rory, our admin. So that team has Sark, previous RLIS winner, Saturday, and Certs, previous RLIS winner as well. They're up going against the Saints, who are managed by Ryan. On that team, we've got Kismet, previous RLIS winner, Pavilion, who's a previous RLIS winner, and we got Phil, our dangerous gamer, as you'll see. So the Wolfhounds in league play, they finished fourth. They went 8-7, finished on 20 points. The Saints finished third. They went 10 wins, 5 losses. They finished on 23.5 points. So neither team kind of winning their division or even coming in close second. The other important stats to note are league play. When these teams played each other, the Wolfhounds won 2 games to 1 in threes. They won 3-1. In the twos, Sark and Saturday beat Phil and Kismet 2-0. And in the ones, it went to the Saints. So Saturday lost to Pavilion 2 games to 1, and I believe they're both overtimes in that game as well. So far from the stats, we can see strong showing in the threes for the Wolfhounds, even stronger in the twos, and the ones could be a toss-up.
Yeah. So that was a great series during the league play. So we will see if this best of 9 format will help any of these teams or if it will actually hurt one of the team's mentals. We'll see. As I believe we can maybe get underway soon, having the teams join their sides and getting started in game 1.
Yeah, so I mean, as the teams get ready here, we've got 2 RLIS winners on each team. So we've no triple crown teams facing off in this finals. Sark, of course, longtime veteran, was won it a few seasons ago. Sturts won it last season, and you've got Kismet and Pavilion as well. So Saturday and Phil looking to add some silverware to their name today, but I think it'll be interesting to see what goes down with the lineups and stuff. That Sark and Saturday duo seemed to do quite well in the league play. So it'll be interesting to see if they put out Phil and Kismet again, or if they'll try and mix it up a bit. And it seems like all the teams are ready now and joining the lobby as we get ready for Game 1 of this Shooting Star Grand Final.
As we get underway, we shall see who will come out on top in this first game and maybe bring some of the momentum forward. Kismet trying to get an early shot off, but Sark's able to get onto the backboard in time and make sure nothing is come of it. Phil with a good touchback, just plays it to the corner, tries to get a second, does indeed, gets a good 50, and we see Saturday just bring this to the wall. Kismet immediately stopping him and trying to maybe get a pass into the midfield, can't do much with it however. Phil into the corner, again, nice bounce, trying to see, Kismet tries to get a shot off, just a little bit off target, and Saturday has to clear this away.
Yeah, we've got a lot of back and forward action so far here, early game stuff. So far, Pavilion with only 1 touch to his name. Kismet looking to get that pass into the middle, and Saturday looking to catch Pavilion out there. So far, some back and forward play, early shots on from the Saints, but so far nothing to show.
Yeah, and that was a good dunk from Pavilion, but the pass went through and no one was there to follow up on the shot. And we see Saturday just trying to do much with little boost. Can't seem to keep this attack going. Kismet, good touch. Pavilion just whiffs the ball. Maybe Phil can get the shot off, and he does! And that is a great way for Saints to start off in this series.
Yeah, an unfortunate miss there. I mean, Sark wasn't really expecting Pavilion to end up missing, but it works up in the end because Phil is there just to solidify that goal and take an early game lead here in game number 1.
Yeah, and we shall see. Can Wolfhounds find a way to quickly come back into this? They might. Search gets the shot off, and it goes into the top corner. Phil, not much he could do, I believe. Did he miss the boost? No, he did not. He just could not get there in time.
Yeah, good equalizer there, and we're still very early game here. It's only a minute and 8 seconds gone, but good shot there by Sertz just to slot that one in past Phil. Just got the boost, but wasn't able to get back in time as this kickoff goes again in favor of the Wolfhounds.
We'll see. Can either one of these teams become the LTX Academy Shooting Star winner today? And so far, very deadlocked. Both teams looking quite well, a bit shaky on the defense at times, as it nearly happened again there. Phil missing the ball Saturday, having to quickly take control of that, popping it up, and can't really do much with it. Pavilion beating him out on the 50, gets a good bump as well on Saturday, and tries to just get a little bit of a pop shot. Sert's able to deal with that quite easily, and we see now he gets another touch, tries to find the pass midfield, doesn't get the 50, and Phil could just take this back.
Yeah, Phil here, long-time veteran here in Ireland, looking for his first win in this Shooting Star tier. A lot of back and forward action here. Sertz bangs that one up the field. No one going to be on the receiving end there, but Phil is going to be there, and Sertz misses that one on Saturday. Tries to hit that off the sidewall into the middle, and Kismet sitting in net, easy to get it, and a backflip by Sark. Unfortunate there by him as Kismet here meets that one in the middle, and still a lot of back and forward action here. So far Sertz is standing out a little bit in terms of points. He's dominating the game so far. Looking for a pass over, no one there, but Sertz once again in the net getting another save.
Both teams look maybe to be a little bit nervous in this finals, not wanting to screw up for their team, and Stark trying to play the pass, but Pavilion getting there in time. Sertz hitting it off the sidewall, maybe trying to find the pass midfield, but Kismet can break it down easily, and Stark just trying to keep the pressure on for Wolfhounds, trying to make sure that Saints can maybe make a mistake, and we see him, Sertz picking up the boost, getting beat out, however, by Kismet, who's on very low boost, tries to get the pass midfield. No one's there to try and take a shot, and Sark will just ping this away.
Yeah, Sark looking for the sidewall read there. A lot of boom ball happening at the moment, just kind of banging it upfield as Kismet looks to meet Pavilion there on that left side. I mean, so far the only goal so far has come from an error. Sark wasn't expecting Pavilion to end up missing, and Phil came in and cleaned it up. But Saturday here is already up for this one. And yeah, it's a lot of back and forward balls so far. We're reaching now kind of the close ends of the game here. Minute 25 left as that one might go in. Miss there on the back wall. And Kismet cleans that one up. 2-1 to the Saints.
Yeah, and that is a really unfortunate tale of events for Wolfhounds. Sertz just misreading that bounce, and Kismet happily taking the open net as it's 2-1. We have 1:22 left on the clock. Can Wolfhounds find a way back? Sertz getting the pass midfield. Saturday not with much boost. Getting a good 50, however, but Sark not able to find a follow-up shot as the third man. Sertz, another good 50 coming through. Tries maybe to get a pass. Still with the ball. Sark getting there. Pops it upfield. Saturday has to play a little bit of a fake there and nearly works. But Pavilion can get away with it and try to maybe start a counterattack to throw this game into the end. And it does! Kismet finding a good 50 against Saturday. And this could just be game one going to Saints.
Yeah, Sark there with a bad miss. Unfortunately, Kismet cleans that one up, kind of pushes it through there off a pass by Pavilion. Yeah, I mean, so far this game has looked fairly kind of back and forward, but the Saints are kind of pushing the ball through. Another bad miss there by Sark. It seems to be a few misses, maybe first game nerves, final nerves, you don't know, but can't be missing those, especially considering they've conceded 2 goals now to 2 misses on the defensive line. So Wolfhounds need to step it up a small bit if they're to continue. Their offense is pretty good, but their defense needs to be looked at the moment.
Oh, that could just find a way in, and it does. Look to be a double commit from the Saints defense there, Pavilion and Kismet. But it was a double commit from both teams actually, but Saturday able to find himself in the right position just to get that follow-up shot and put it 2-3. They still have a chance to come back in this game. We have 30 seconds left. Can Wolfhounds find a way to keep this game going and maybe get a win in this first game?
Yeah, down now to the last 20 seconds. It's all on Wolfhounds now to try and get this one in. Sark looking for that 100 boost, trying to pinch it in, but Phil absolutely denies that opportunity. Pavilion looking to clear this one out. Kismet isn't going to go up. He's going to stay on the floor. Pavilion gets the flip reset over them, and Kismet with a beautiful shot into the bottom right, securing their win. I would say at this point, has to be with only 6 seconds left. But that's a great flip reset, very late flip reset there, getting it over 2 of them, and Kismet slots that one into the bottom right corner. Great play there by the Saints.
And I have to agree with you. This game 1 must be over. There's no way that I think Wolfhounds can come back. That could have even just found its way in, but Certs gets a good save. Pavilion demoing him, bro, for his troubles, making sure he can't stay alive on this pitch. But Kismet now trying to bring this upfield. Sark getting a good 50, and Phil will just happily clear that away. Maybe Certs nearly own goaling, hits it off his own backboard, and Saints will definitely take game 1.
Yeah, it was a good win there for the Saints. Good moving on to 2s now. Saturday we'll be rejoining the lobby. Strong performance there by Kismet, scoring 3 out of the team's 4 goals, 2 assists there by Pavilion, and Phil, of course, getting that early clean-up goal. Despite kind of the miss on the backboard, Sturt's the kind of strong, dominant player there from the Wolfhounds. 565 points, got 4 saves total in that game, despite his miss, could have been 5th. We should be moving on now to the 2v2. And as I said earlier, we saw we're going to see now what the lineups are going to be, if they're going to play with those same lineups from earlier.
Yeah, we will indeed, and both teams, honestly, looking a little shaky. Saints coming out a bit better, however, but as we said, could be first game nerves, could be final nerves, and we'll just have to see if either one of these teams can get those nerves cleared out quicker, or if they both will crumble if one of them will crumble under the pressure. As we see the 2v2s now, we have Sark and Saturday playing for Wolfhounds, and we have Kismet and Pavilion playing for Saints.
Yeah, we've got the same lineup for the Wolfhounds anyway, and maybe as expected, we're not going with the Phil Kismet duo that lost 2-0. It's Pavilion and Kismet this time, so Phil's sitting this one out. Of course, a reminder, Sark and Saturday won 2-0 last time, so they had a strong showing out. So it'll be interesting to see now how this Saints lineup goes, as they're currently hitting it back towards their own net. Bit of a questionable choice there, but Sark now is on this ball as Pavilion tries to hit it over him. Pavilion looking for the flick, and always tries to bully that one through. But yeah, we'll see how this lineup goes for the Saints. They're trying something new.
Yeah, and the Wolfhounds lineup will probably be a little bit confident going into this, considering that the last time they played against Saints, getting that 2-0 win. But as it stands currently, both teams, again, looking a little shaky. However, we can see Wolfhounds getting a little bit more confident, trying to do a little more. But it's still a case of just boom ball at this point, I can't lie. But that is a whiff coming through from Saturday, and Pavilion will happily take the open net.
Yeah, just drove up off the corner. I think lost their footing on that one. Can't be missing those, really. Especially after game 1, especially at this tier, can't be missing those. It's a poor miss by Saturday, and it's an easy goal. And we're seeing now the 1-0 lead there taken by the Saints.
Yeah, and that's a great save coming through from Kismet after the shot from Saturday. But now Pavilion sending it towards his own box there. Saturday getting a really good 50, maybe trying to set up his teammate. He gets the corner boost, tries to put it into the midfield, but can't do much else with it. Sark will happily take this, maybe try to do something, can't really. Pavilion easily taking that back, and Saturday again! Another whiff coming out from Saturday. It could just be a little bit of nerves. And Pavilion, again, happy to take the open net.
Yeah, not sure what's happening here. Another poor showing from Saturday, missing another real read there on his back wall. What's there to say? I mean, it's similar to what happened in their threes game earlier. A lot of whiffs on the defensive line, and it's showing once again here. And although I didn't see that many in the threes game from Saturday, 2 for Saturday now, but this one, good goal by Kismet, works it up through the air. And who was there to be meeting it on the wall? I believe it was Saturday again. So unfortunate for him, it's the third time now that he's been beaten on the line by the Saints. And only a minute and a half into this game, we haven't even reached halfway point here, and it's 3-0 to the Saints.
Yeah, and that is an incredible shot from Kismet, finding the reset and just getting it over Saturday. But we see now, trying to get something going for Wolfhounds, maybe trying to find a way back into this game and maybe to come back in this series, to be honest. But that's a good 50 from Saturday. Pavilion hits the crossbar twice, actually, and Saturday and Sark just scrambling to try and get that ball away. We see now Kismet finding the 100, maybe trying to find something, try to get a flip reset. Can't do much with it, however. Saturday will easily take the ball away. And Pavilion will just slow this play down, trying to let some of the pressure go.
Yeah, we saw Saturday there kind of pre-jump a bit on that attempt earlier. Seems to be a lot of offense from the Saints here, and Saturday under a lot of pressure, but Sark this time is going to be clearing that one. Saturday now looking to decrease that deficit. Nothing to be shown, though, as that one is hit straight back out to Sark on the midway line. 100 boost for him, looking to get under the ball here. Doesn't make connection with it as Pavilion tries to push that one through. And yeah, I mean, there's been 7 shots here for the Saints, only 3 from the Wolfhounds. It's been a really strong showing by the Saints, and another miss there by Sark. A lot of misses coming out from the Wolfhounds side. As you said, I'm not sure if it's nerves or not, and that one might be sniped in the top left corner, and it is. This might be what they need for the last 2 minutes, just to get a little bit of confidence back flowing. But Kismet hits that one to the middle, and a team bump leaves the net wide open. Top left corner, snipe for Sark.
And that is some way to come back. Maybe start trying to build a little bit of momentum going into the rest of the series. But that is not what you want to see if you are Wolfhounds or even a supporter of Wolfhounds, as that kickoff just goes completely in the favor of Saints, and Kismet taking full control of that ball and finding it to restore their 3-goal lead.
Yeah, we're back to 3 goals once again here as Saturday goes for a potential fake kickoff. Didn't really see too much from that side, but looking now to take this one into the air. Gets one flip reset, hits it off to the left hand side though. Not great connection with it on the receiving end of that, but Sark is looking to send that one into the middle. Is Saturday up? Kismet is there to clear the lines, and yeah, we're down to 1:40 now. Pavilion flicks that one up as this one goes up the field. It's looking like Wolfhounds need to pull something out of the bag here, because besides the team bump, Saints have been holding this one down pretty well.
You were mentioning before about how Saints have gone for a different lineup and Wolfhounds staying with the same. It could have been a bad decision from Wolfhounds, as we see the difference between Pavilion and Phil coming out quite clearly. Sark getting a good demo on Kismet. Saturday needs to try and steady his form, maybe trying to pick up the pace a little, I want to say, because this has just been a questionable showing from Wolfhounds so far in this 2v2. And Pavilion just able to kind of steer away the attack from both players on Wolfhounds. Kismet following it up, putting it to the side and getting the boost instead of Sark. Getting around Sark, getting the pass through, but Pavilion doesn't want to overcommit it and maybe leave a chance open for Wolfhounds. Saturday tries to just get a pinch, doesn't do much with it, however. Pavilion getting it over Sark, maybe try to get the pass over to Kismet. He does indeed. Kismet follows it up, but Saturday is able to make a decent save to a shot that could have had a chance of being dangerous.
Yeah, nice link-up play there from the Saints. Obviously they're working well together. I wouldn't be surprised, obviously, if this duo had played. Obviously, they've played together before, so they seem to be linking up a lot better. Sark and Saturday don't seem to haven't, and that one is going to be saved by Saturday. Don't seem to have a lot of chemistry in this game together. Just didn't seem to be linking up. They won this previous series against the Saints 2-0, so pretty comfortably. So I was expecting to see a little bit more, but we'll see now as it goes on. Whether these will be rejigged or not. But strong dominant performance there by the Saints. 12 shots to the 4 of the Wolfhounds, and a lot of it's just down to misses really. Saturday was beat out defensively 3 times in a row there. 2 misses on the back wall, just simple mistakes that if they can fix, it'll make their offensive game a little bit stronger.
Yeah, and Wolfhounds will want to get back into this extremely quickly in this, I believe the 1v1's next. Yeah, I don't know. It was, I believe, Saturday versus Pavilion. Oh, sorry, no, it's 3s next, and then we go on to a different game mode. But Wolfhounds will want to try and get this up and running as quickly as possible, otherwise they could be on the verge of being swept. Now, it is very unlikely, however, with how Saints have been playing and how Wolfhounds have been playing, it is possible. We see now, Certs taking control, putting this in the air, trying to get a flipper set, does indeed, but can't get over Kismet. Kismet immediately up to make sure that ball goes nowhere. Phil getting a good 50, and Certs, we see in the background, getting a demo. Kismet being beat out by Certs, actually, and he gets a second touch. Saturday quickly up for that, can't get there in time, and Kismet will happily take this away.
Yeah, and this one is a good save there by Certs on the line. Pavilion now looking to put that one back into the middle. Phil is up for it. That one is going straight down. Is Kismet there? Kismet is there. You could read that one like a book, going straight down from that hit by Phil. Perfectly waiting for it, and slots that one in. Certs close, trying to jump off the backboard, get that one, but unfortunately it's the Saints again who are starting off this game 40 seconds in, the stronger side.
As I said, the Wolfhounds could be on the verge of a sweep in this finals. Pavilion trying to go for an early shot off the kickoff, can't do much with it. Saturday getting a very good demo on Kismet as he was there for the follow-up, gets a good 50, it comes down. We'll see, can either one of these teams either double their lead or come back into this game? We'll see. Saturday taking the shot, hitting it off of the sidewall, fakes it for Sark. Sark trying to get the shot, but Pavilion's there for the save. Kismet gets it over one, gets it over, nearly caught it away from Certs, but Certs gets there in time just about. Maybe the shot coming in from Pavilion, it is in. As Wolfhounds just look to be a bit of a mess right now. Not able to communicate well enough as all 3 players go trying for that save and none of them finding it.
Yeah, it's well played there by Pavilion. There's nothing else to say. Went up to the ball, slowed down. Certs had kind of already started to jump on the expectation that he was going to shoot it immediately, and easily flicked it all over them. Very well played there by Pavilion, as that one is pinched over to the right corner. Nothing to say but a good play there by Pavilion, as Wolfhounds are currently on the ropes once again here, and it's unfortunate. They just need to kind of get their confidence back, But Saints here are so strong. They're really coming out in force, and Wolfhounds just need to kind of regain, and there's still plenty of time left in this game to make it back, as that one is flicked up onto the backboard. Demo was looked for in the net. Don't think it was got, but Sark nevertheless is there to get that goal, and that's a great play by the Wolfhounds. Saturday flicks it up, starts looking for the bump, and Sark clean hits that one in, back to a 1-goal game.
Yeah, we have 3 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. We'll see. Can Wolfhounds finally get started and maybe go for a push into this final? We'll see. Starts maybe trying to follow up for the shot, but 2 people, there was a double commit, and that's a good shot in, and Pavilion will take it. Kismet getting the assist, and we're just back to square one if you're Wolfhounds. It seems that they are just being dismantled, honestly. It's not a good showing from them so far.
Yeah, it was a great play. I mean, he had 2 people there from the Wolfhounds going for that ball, and it was beat out, and it was a nice pass down. Nice easy tap in there. So, yeah, I mean, it's just defensively, really. We can see that Wolfhounds can get the bump plays in the net. They can get the passes off the backboard. They just need to show a stronger kind of line of defense here. As Certs is up here, gets the flip reset, goes low. Demo by Sarkis, demo by Pavilion, as Kismet here slowing down the play once again. That one goes up into the air. But yeah, it's just Wolfhounds on the defense, you know. It's a difficult showing, really, as Certs here bumps Pavilion out of the way. But that one doesn't really work out all too well because Phil has rounded the team and added his first goal in the name. As Saturday clears Pavilion, and you have Kismet going for the bump. But Saturday then tries to bump, and then Phil is there for the goal. A lot to process, but what can I say other than it's a 3-goal advantage once again, and only half the game is gone?
It was a very good play from Phil, faking out Saturday, and honestly, this is showing to be such a poor game for Wolfhounds, as that makes it 5-1. Pavilion getting a great shot, and honestly, Wolfhounds probably could have stuck with the team they had in the semis, because this isn't going well for them. Nothing's going right. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong, and they need to find their footing really quickly, otherwise they will not be winning this final.
Yeah, what can I say other than Saints they're linking up. It was a great passing play. It was unfortunate for Sark, though, not to get that save. It went just across the line and eventually went in. It was very nip and tuck. But we have Sark now. Big miss there by Certs, as Saturday is going to regain this one, but he passes it out to Kismet. Pavilion is there. That's passed into the middle. No one there. And the Saints, you know, their relentless offense is continuing as they're on to 10 shots here. 3 shots for the Wolfhounds. And yeah, I mean, what's there to say? The Saints just need to keep doing what they're doing. They're offensively strong. They're defensively strong. And the Wolfhounds are currently being torn apart.
Yeah, and
as I say that, they score.
Goal. That is another goal coming in for Phil. It's just Wolfhounds. The game plan isn't happening. They need to maybe try to figure out what's going wrong. Take this last 1 minute 20, just kind of talk, kind of figure out, try to reset the mental, and come back into the next game fighting to try and stay alive in this finals.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, especially when, you know, I mean, it's a best of 5, it's a best of 9, sorry. So, you know, you gotta win your 5 games. So they're currently staring down, being 3-0 down, as Pavilion looks to hit that one off the backboard, looking to snipe it into the top left corner. But yeah, it's just kind of a run down the clock kind of game now for the Saints, and the Wolfhounds could be hoping that this game ends as quick as it can, so they can move on to the next one and try and regain. But yeah, as you're saying, Wolfhounds in the semis, of course, didn't play with Certs. Certs gets that one in, almost hits the crossbar and it bounces back out. But that Certs kind of playing with himself here. Gets that one and then hits it in, plays it back to himself. Nice little goal. But we still got 4 goals left. Doable, as always is, but still, the Saints are going to go park the bus, I think.
Yeah, more than likely is they just don't want to let this lead slip, as it will be going probably 3-0 in this series so far to Saints. Wolfhounds, they need to figure out something and figure out very fast. They only have 2 games left before they've been swept, might I add. Because this has just been a great showing from Saints and not much coming out from Wolfhounds. They don't look like they're putting in much of a fight, to be honest. And yeah, we'll just have to see how this one goes, as this ball will probably drop to the ground. 3-0 to Saints.
Yeah, I think Rory right now is probably not the happiest of managers at the moment.
No, I wouldn't assume so.
No, but let's look at the stats in the end there. You had 13 shots for the Saints, 4 for the Wolfhounds. Yeah, so what we're moving into now, I believe you said, is ones?
I believe so. Actually, it might be... Is it the losing team or the opposite of the losing team? I don't know which team it might be. It could be a case of they're choosing the game mode.
It would probably help if we knew the format, but, you know.
Yeah, that would help. That would help
yeah,
quite a
it's
lot.
just been clarified by the producer. It is ones.
Yeah.
So, Sark against Pavilion. This is a change-up from league play, where Saturday lost 1-2 in games to Pavilion. So, Saturday is not being put out for this one. They're going to be going with Sark. So Pavilion, obviously, having won the previous series, is pretty confident going into this one. So let's see how it goes.
See now, Sark getting a good 50 again off of Pavilion, but Pavilion is immediately on it, just kind of chasing that ball, not letting Sark have any space, and he finds a goal 20 seconds in. This looks like it's just a repeat of the 2s and 3s series, or games so far within this series.
Yeah, still early. Still only 21 seconds. So a lot of back and forth plays. Pavilion goes for the delayed kickoff here. Sark, though, gets the boost and should be able to work this one up the right wall. We'll get the other boost. So you got to slow it down here. Pavilion is just having no time for this whatsoever, but he does commit on that, and that is going to leave it open for Sark. 40 seconds in, and we're back to a 1-1 game.
And who knows? Pavilion, just a bit of an overcommit, trying to take too much space. And that just leaves Sark with a very easy open net to bring this back and maybe be the starting fire for this Wolfhound side to come back in this series and come back and maybe find a way back into this final and have a chance at winning. That's a double reset coming through from Pavilion, and that is a very good shot. That is something that you would see at the highest levels even. Pavilion, what a shot. Getting the double flip reset and finding it over Sark. That will make it 2-1.
Is this Shooting Star? Yeah?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I know.
Okay,
It's looking like
just
All-Star
making
right
sure,
now,
because that was a very clean double flip reset from Pavilion. I'm not sure if Sark wasn't expecting it or not, but that one is wide. Sark might get the bump here. Same thinking as me, but doesn't end up getting it. Was a great goal by Pavilion. Great way to extend the lead and to distill some confidence back into his play. So yeah, great goal. As we're back to a 1-goal lead here for Pavilion, as Sark is looking to get a playoff on this, and Pavilion misses. Speaking about confidence, that's going to knock him a small bit, but nevertheless, you don't need to score a double flip reset. You don't need to. You mean Sark going for a flip reset as well? You don't need it. It's fine. That counts as well. Goal to goal at the end of the day.
And I was actually about to praise Pavilion very much so, but after that one, I don't think I can. But he does get a good kickoff here, does grab the middle boost. Sark just trying to play low boost rather than going for 100. Might be the better play, but he does grab it there, beats out Pavilion. We'll see, they both just racing to the ball. Pavilion getting a good touch, trying to fake out Sark, doesn't fully work, but he does keep control. We'll see, can he get a good 50? It's not the greatest, it's better for Sark in this situation, and we'll see, can he make anything of it?
Now Pavilion is there to meet it, and that should be an open net, and it is. You know, almost reaching the halfway point here. It is a lot of back and forth, but Pavilion just kind of slams that one through, gets the boost on the left-hand side. Not like Sark was going to get to it anyway, but limits his chances even more. And yeah, we have back to a 1-goal lead here for Pavilion.
Yeah, and it might be a case of I might need to stay quiet because the casting curses are happening quite a lot in this 1v1, although anything happens in it. We'll see Pavilion getting a good flick over, does get the bumps on Sark, just bullying him away, making sure he has no chance of getting back to that ball, and that will make it 4-2 with 2:50 left on the clock. Can Sark find a way to ignite the flame for this Wolfhound side?
Yeah, kickoffs are strong for Pavilion. Let's see how this one goes. I think Sark goes for a little bit of a leg kickoff there, but 100 boost to Pavilion's name. Gets an early flick, but Sark is there to meet it. Won't get that back left boost. Will get that. Doesn't get that mid boost, but nevertheless, it goes in Sark's favour. 1-goal advantage. The lead has been reduced by 2-1 once again here. Sark just an easy tap in. Not much more to say than that. I think it's going to continue to be back and forward, but I think if Pavilion maybe goes 3 goals ahead, that might be what he needs to kind of secure that kind of driving force to win the game.
I'm 100% with you there. This game has just looked like Pavilion nearly all the way, apart from that little whiff earlier to give Sark his second goal. Pavilion has been looking incredible. It looks like he might be doing a little bit of trolling. I
A
can't
little bit of
lie.
little bit of showboating I saw there. I mean, it would have been bad if that hadn't worked out in his favor, and that would have been a goal for Sark. Maybe a little bit early, but he could have just been fixing himself up. Tries to get that one slotted through, but Sark not able to get there. 2-goal lead is back here. Just looking at this back here, nice drift by Pavilion to get up on the wall, and Sark, fumbles over the net a bit, unable to kind of fling himself off and get that one. But 2-goal lead here back for Pavilion, and we'll see now if Sark can reduce this to a 1-goal game again, or if it will be an increase here for Pavilion. And Sark tries to push that one through. Pavilion, no boost. Sark should get that boost there in the mid, and he does. Pavilion, I believe, still on low boost. Sark just tries to bang that one in. Good save by Pavilion. And Sark now once again popping that one back up. Maybe gave the ball to Pavilion a bit there, but Pavilion looking to beat him out there. Sark with boost advantage.
Yeah, Sark is just bullying Pavilion right now with that boost deals. He's not letting him have a touch of boost, making sure that he can go nowhere with this. He has to struggle and survive off of pads right now, and Sark, that's not the type of 50 you'd want in that situation. But Pavilion, because he has no boost, he can't do much with it, and Sark will just take him out of the game for now. But that will give him the chance to actually recollect boost. Never mind, he's dead again. Sark is not letting him survive on this pitch. He does not want to see this lead go any further, and that is a wonderful shot coming out from Sark. Pavilion, low boost after getting demoed twice, and can't do much about it.
Yeah, nice shot there by Sark to get that through. It was very in play there with the ball for the last kind of 30 seconds, controlling it with the boost deprivation and stuff. Back to the 1-goal, back to a 1-goal game here. Kickoff goes in Sark's favour. Pavilion with 100 boosts kind of hands the ball a bit there, looking for the bump. Sark should get this 100 boost, but doesn't. Ball left in the middle of the field as Pavilion cleans that one up. Another 100 to their name. As Pavilion slowing down the ball here. Gets an early flick on Sark. Sark is caught out, and we're back to a 2-goal game.
This looks to be dismantling Sark bit by bit with these goals. Just maybe throwing the mental even harder for this Wolfhound side. As I believe the next game will be 3s, and they just need to be able to find their way back into this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's going to be tough. It was always tough for Sark going into this, being 3-0 down in terms of games, and I'm not sure how many ones games Sark has played for his team throughout the season, but they had a big feat kind of going into this game to try and regain some momentum in the series, but Pavilion here is just adding to this worry for the Wolfhounds and a worry for Rory that their team is going to be swept here in this final. And as the clock is about to strike 0, Pavilion has won the ones game, and it is 4-0 to the Saints, going into a possible match winner for the Saints. So we're now going back into the 3v3. Everyone should be getting ready here. Let's see some stats from that game. Yeah, I mean, it was a strong performance by Pavilion. Obviously, that double flip reset is going to be a strong replay indicator for that one. But we should be ready now and going into the next game.
Yeah, and Wolfhounds will quickly need to find a way back, as they are now on the verge of being swept in this final for the first final so far of this season in RLIS. Yeah, they need to find a way back into this, and very, very quickly, otherwise they will be getting swept and not having a chance to even show or prove to themselves that they can win this.
Yeah, Kismet drops that one down. Oh, that was a great shot by Kismet. Unfortunately, that one did not go in. Would have been a great goal for them. Saturday clears the lines here. Pavilion looking to get that backboard read. Will they get it? No. Sark, they're finally clearing the backboards. Bump out of the net. No one there. And Saturday, this one is now in the Saints' half. As Saturday tries to slow that one down. Hits it up to, and Kismet is on the ball now. Looking to pinch that one. Unable to make contact with it. Certs gets that one. Might drop into the bottom left. It's not. Sark tries to pinch that one in. Certs is there. And Wolfhounds have taken the first goal here in this game number 5.
Yeah, and I believe this is the first time so far in the series that they've been in the lead, which is not something you want to hear considering we are now on to our 5th game, but yeah, it looks like they might be finding their feet in this series, but could it be too little too late? Saturday, trying to find a pop shot, Kismet has to take it to the side before Sark could get a shot off, and it's just looking like Wolfhounds seem to be upping the pace a little. They seem to be just trying to move the ball more, trying to find passing plays more. But it's just, I don't know if they'll be able to find a way back into the series as a whole. But that is a great shot coming through from Certs. No one's home for Saints. And they're now 2-0 up in the 5th game for the first time this season.
Yeah, that's yeah, I was about to say, hopefully not this season.
Yeah,
yeah, that's a great play there. Certs, great shot. I was expecting them to do the bump, but there you go. That's the reason why I am not in shooting star right now. A great redirect from them to, give them that 2-goal advantage so far. And now the Saints are on the back foot here for the first time in this entire series, as they're looking to get this one through. Nothing on that occasion. Phil is up, pops that into the bottom right corner as Certs now looking to push that one up. Saturday is going to have time to get to this one. It's met by Pavilion. Pavilion slowing it down once again, gets the fake, doesn't get around Saturday. 2v1 situation here as Sark hits that one back into the middle. Saturday tries to fake. Certs blocked by Phil. And we're seeing a different Wolfhounds team so far here. Saturday gets a goal. Now we're 3-0 up here. It's a great piece of play. Saturday up in the air for this one. Kismet looking to meet it one in the middle, but he pushes it through. And the Wolfhounds were 2 minutes in, and they're 3 goals up.
Yeah, and now I may have said this season last time, but this time it might actually be true, because that is very well played, and this is looking like a completely different Wolfhound side. We'll see if that form can continue. That's a great 50 coming through though for Saints, and that's a good hit. Saturday has to make the save, does, but Kismet immediately there to follow up. Saturday gets the ball. Can he find a way to make this maybe 4-0? No. He gets a good 50 though, that is up. Kismet has to push that to the side, has to get another save off of Cert's shot. Sark following it up, just trying to slow the play down a little, try to find some time. Maybe this is where Wolfhounds heat up and find a way back.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, we're seeing a team that we haven't seen for the last 4 games right now. We're seeing them strong on offense as well as defense. They're not missing. They're hitting redirects, they're scoring. This is a strong showing, and the Saints are currently, they're on the ropes right now, looking to get a passing play in the middle. Sark has to get that, and they do. As Certs, Pavilion is there to clear it up nevertheless, and there's still 2 minutes left here to Zeke. There's still plenty of time. It's a good shot there, but Sark unable to. It was good clear, but Certs maybe should have been there trying to clear that one up in the end, but I think both of them ended up going for it. Nevertheless, though, maybe this puts the ball rolling in the Saints' favour, as we're now 3-1 here, Wolfhounds to the Saints.
It could be the beginning of the end for this form of Wolfhounds, as that entire play, just build up before it just looked to be all Saints. I'm not sure if you think the same, but it looked to be a case, but that's a good pass coming through. Saturday coming away with it, finding it up on the wall, maybe trying to find something. Can he get the pass in the midfield? No. Phil has to hit it in for him. Kismet getting the clear away. Pavilion's there, but Certs beats him to the ball, getting a second touch, maybe trying to find the shot. Phil is there for it though. Saturday just booming that up onto the backfield. Phil already being sat there. That's a good shot coming through from Saturday, but Pavilion's there for it. Kismet trying to get a second, can't do it. Phil clears it away. Kismet coming through, hits that maybe just a little too high, and we'll see Wolfhounds come away again.
Yeah, we're down to the final minute here, and the Wolfhounds were on the rope, or on the offense. Their Saints were on the ropes. Pavilion lucky to push that one through. It does get pushed through. Unfortunately, Kismet not to get that one through, and Sark is going to get that one through. They will increase their lead to 3 goals. And Sark, yeah, I mean, all team are back there. Nice, easy shot there for Sark just to increase that lead and maybe secure the possible start of a reverse sweep here. As if you've just joined us, currently the Saints are 4 games up, and we are in game number 5. Wolfhounds on the back here, looking to scare this one, looking to try and secure another game and start their reverse sweep.
Yeah, Saints, if they have any word about it, they won't let that happen, as Phil finds a way to bring this back down to a 2-goal deficit, and if Wolfhounds don't sort their stuff out quickly in the defense, they could end up losing this game and getting swept. They need to quickly be safe and make sure that they keep their backline protected.
Yeah, they got to work on they got to secure the defense. If that one's going into the middle, Kismet's up. That one is dropping into the middle. Is anyone there? The Wolfhounds are there to clear it as Pavilion takes that one into the air, goes low, gets the flip reset. Will he get the bump? Gets the bump! And Pavilion with another standout play. 19 seconds left. Let's watch that again here. Goes up, gets the flip reset, flips through, and then pushes through for the bump on Certs. 3v1 play there by Pavilion. 1 goal is the lead here to the Wolfhounds. They had a 3-goal lead. 19 seconds left. What does the Saints have to say?
Yeah, and Saints, if they want to be able to sweep, they need to get a goal now, and Wolfhounds need to not let that happen. That looks to be just open if Sark can get there in time, but Kismet able to beat him to that and get a better 50 out. Gets another touch forward. Pavilion will try to follow this up, but this touches the ground. Ball still up. I thought that was going to be it. But Kismet, Pavilion, that would look to be a bit of miscommunication maybe between the two, and Wolfhounds will get their first game.
Rory's the call with us right now, and we can't hear him, but I'm pretty sure he just sighed a breath of relief after that game. We may not have heard it, but it did happen. As though his Wolfhounds have won a game here in game number 5, and they are continuing on in this series, in this Shooting Star final, brought to you by LTX Academy.
And also, one of our other sponsors, Emerald Core, also being involved in this tournament. We'll see. If Wolfhounds can find a way back into this, then honestly, this might be one of the best games I've casted. And I've casted a reverse sweep. So if they can do this, then honestly, that will be an incredible show from them. Just having that resilience to come back from this. As we go into, it seems that the teams have chosen 2s. We have Phil and Pavilion going against Certs and Sark. We'll see which of these 2 teams can either end this game if you're Saints, or keep their dreams of a reverse sweep alive for the Wolfhounds. And that's a good 50 coming through from Pavilion, and that'll leave the net open for Phil. That is a very quick start to maybe end this series.
Yeah, as you were saying, I mean, it's still a match point, still series point, still title point for the Saints here. That will continue on even till the last game. But it's now on the Wolfhounds to get that reverse sweep. For anyone who's just joined us, it is 4 games to the Saints and 1 series, 1 game to the Wolfhounds. And it's a strong start here for the Saints, seeing a lineup that we haven't seen. Obviously, they play a different lineup in league play. But Sark is back in. Saturday is out, and Kismet is out. And we got Phil back in for the Saints. So, yeah, here we go. I mean, strong start, as you were saying, as Phil is looking to push that one through. And Pavilion now is going to slow that one down, get the 100 boost. Tries to take it down to himself. Might go for an early flick again. Doesn't. Drops that one down. And Sark, from the ones, I'm sure he's realised to push the ball from Pavilion as much as he can. Try and get it before he gets those flicks off.
So, and you seen Sark trying to go for a little bit of a bump there, but Pavilion was able to avoid it well. That one's coming in handy, trying to just dodge his way around, and we see now Sark trying to start a little counter, trying to get a demo maybe on Pavilion. Can't find it, and Pavilion will be able to get this pressure offloaded.
Pavilion now looking to get that one through, tries to go low. Still has the ball though. He's going to get bumped by Certs as Phil is there to try and clean that one up. Hits it too high. Pavilion though with a rebound shot. Doesn't get it. Certs save on the line. 100 boost here for Phil. Gets it around Certs, but Sark there to clear that ball. And yeah, we've gone back to forward, kind of back and forward play here. Is all very close there by Pavilion. Trying to get that one in. Phil doesn't get it on the rebound. Pavilion now with the ball. Gets another high touch. Very known in his play, as we've seen from the once, getting those lobs over the players. But Sark now is looking to clear the lines. Try to get it up to Certs. Try to get something started here, but Pavilion is there to meet it.
Wolfhounds, they need to find an answer very quickly, otherwise this is their season over. And that is a answer for sure. Certs finding a shot on Pavilion after that demo from Sark, and Wolfhounds will be very happy to get that in time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you saw Pavilion there kind of stop on the line. Maybe should have challenged that one, but nevertheless, Wolfhounds are going to be happy with that one, able to slot it through. That's a good goal for Certs. Pavilion backboard. I mean, what can I say? Pavilion is just, something happens. We're kind of saying maybe that wasn't great, and then he just gets, backboard read or double flip reset.
Yeah, I've noticed anytime we nearly bash Pavilion for a mistake on the defense, he turns into Moxie on the offense. He's not letting Wolfhounds breathe. He is saying, if I have to do this on my own, I will. I will make sure that we win this title. And that looks to be a good hit down, but unfortunately Phil was demoed. Sark now coming across, trying to find the play, and he does. He gets a good goal coming through, just lobbing it over Phil.
Yeah, and Phil there, very left-sided there in the net, an easy pop-up there for Sark just to get it over him, and Cert's got a demo there as well in the midfield just to kind of clear the lines a bit. Almost reaching the halfway point here, 3 seconds away from 2:25, and we are all square here in this match decider in this Shooting Star final.
Chelsea, that's a good bounce for Pavilion, but Certs is able to react in time, just about, and Phil will have to take this all the way to his own corner, trying to just get a bit of play, but gets demoed for his troubles. Pavilion gets a really good 50 out from Certs, and now we can see whether or not this Wolfhounds team will actually be able to get a lead in twos for once, or will it just be continuously going back to Saints. Sark trying to make something of that, can't do much. Certs nearly finding the follow-up shot, and Sark just taking control, slowing the game down. We see now Pavilion going up quickly. Can he do something with this? He does get in touch, gets a good 50 against Certs. Sark able to beat out Phil just in time, sending it to his own corner. And we see now, can either one of these teams break the deadlock here, or will it stay 2-2? That's a great save from Sark, and again, he is saving Certs, I feel as though, within this game. And now we see him with control of the ball, getting the midfield boost, taking to the skies, gets a flip reset. Can he do anything with it? Not so much. Gets a good bump, and Certs can just... Never mind! Pavilion saves it off of the line. And you'll feel for Wolfhounds, they probably should be 3-2 up in this game.
Oh my god, absolutely. I mean, Certs was there for it, just was a little bit far over, so had to try and slip it in, but it was just unfortunate, just didn't get connection, and a great save on the line as Pavilion and Phil are both up now. Can Sark hit that one to the middle? Is Certs there? Big bang up the field there by Phil, and Certs now looking to start this one. Pavilion is on the wall, has to try and get it through them, doesn't get it. Sark hits that one over to Certs. Phil should be there for this one, but it's a 1v2 now. Certs. Sark hits that one to the middle. Is Certs there? No, he's not! Oh, right. The Wolfhounds. Oh, Rory's on the edge of his seat as he's watching this. Another shot for the Wolfhounds that should have gone in. And Sark, Phil is getting that ball. He's up in it. Oh, Tazik, it's too close to call. This has been a different showing from the last game in the twos. Saints now looking to seal this one here as Pavilion keeps it in the air, maintains momentum. Will they get it over Certs? Will they get the bump? Gets the save. Phil touches the ball, flicks it up off the back wall, doesn't get a bump, and down it goes into overtime. And the series is on the line here for the Wolfhounds, who arguably should be on to game 2 right now. And Certs, gets a bad touch. Pavilion is there, and it's the win for the Saints. Oh, It's so sad to see it go that way. But here you have it. Your shooting star winners and certs and Cirque of the Wolfhounds sadly fall on the last hurdle, 5-1, and you have a new winner of the shooting star tier. You got the Saints.
That is some performance coming through from the Saints. And you'll have to feel for Wolfhounds. They could never really get into this game. And yeah, that is probably the easiest final Saints could have asked for. They will be delighted to take that game and take the title of shooting star winners.
Yeah, I mean, now you have Kismet double winner, Pavilion double winner, and Phil now has a winner to his name. So a lot of silverware on the Saints team, and that's another win for Ryan, long-standing manager in the RLIS series. So it's another win for his Saints.
Yeah, and there you have it, Saints, the LTX Academy and Emerald Core Shooting Star RLIS winners. That was some way to win it, being one of the closest games in the series, but Wolfhounds, they will feel as though they should have done better. We thank you all so much for watching, and we hope you have enjoyed.
Bye-bye.
Do you struggle to rank up in Rocket League? Are you stuck in Diamond while your other friends flex their SSL title? Well, look no further. I have partnered up with LTX Academy as a coach, and we are ready to boost your gameplay. With multiple tournaments and trophies won, and thousands of dollars earned, I will tailor to your needs and make sure you get to that next level. I'm also doing discounted prices for the first 10 days, so you do not want to miss out. And you are also probably thinking,
CMOS, how do I book a session with you?
well, that's easy. Just open up that fancy browser of yours, type medify.gg/@cmasorl_, pick a session to your liking, book a time, and bang, you're booked, and I'll see you in the call. Once again, that's medify.gg/@cmasorl_.